So look at your watch, pinch your fingers, look at your palm, close your fingers, look at your watch, and then pinch with your left hand. Okay, so if you can just try that movement. The mistake that I see people make is that they look at their watch, then they go in and grab their material from underneath. Okay, we're looking at our watch so that we grab the material from on top, and then we look at our palm with our fingers open, and then we close our fingers, and then we look at our watch again. Okay, so I will show you what that looks like, okay, with the material. I look at my watch, I go in, and I pinch the material, and see how my fingers are slightly touching? It's like a kissing, okay? And then I turn, so I'm looking at my palm with my fingers out, and that's called a mudra if you're into yoga. Then I close my fingers, holding that material, trapping it in there, and then I'm swapping, okay? And it's a really simple swap. Mistakes people make, when they go into the material, they're back here, okay? When we go into the material, we want to be right on, okay? Like that. The other thing that people don't get and they don't see so subtly is that my finger is hanging over the material, like that. It's not sitting on the material. The reason for that is when it's over, then when I twist my hand around, see how it pops up in between the two bits of material? Okay? And the other mistake people do is they try to double twist. Can you see how my body moved then? My shoulders and my elbows were it's quite a big movement. It's a really small movement, it's just a swap. So what you'll see is you've got a plain bit of material and a patterned bit of material. Other people also find that walking helps them get that rhythm. Okay, so if you're one of those people that need to get up and walk, I would recommend at least standing up while you're doing it so that you get the opportunity to get that rhythm happening, and if you need to walk, it's easy. Okay, let's start with the material, the plain bit of material facing away from us. And where the knot is, have it coming through your left hand so that your pointer finger and your thumb is sitting on the knot. And your left hand is really subtle, okay? It just keeps moving every time you cross the material over, you pinch that bit of material, okay? So the plain bit of material is the furthest away, and if I'll say it in a different way, the indigenous way they say it is to the ocean, back to the shore, okay? So that if that helps you, that's another way of saying it. Okay, so we've got the plain bit of material, we let go of the material with our right hand, holding it with our left, we look at our watch, okay? We go in for a kiss with our left hand, and then our fingers come around into a mudra where we're looking at our palm and our fingers are open, okay? And then our fingers close, and then we swap, and then we pinch. Okay, have a go by yourself. It's a really good idea to wrap it up into something so that the moisture doesn't disappear, unless of course you want to dry it out, obviously. So it was soaked, pulled out of the bath yesterday, and then wrapped in a wet sheet to keep it moist for you guys today. If I wasn't going to get around to using this in the next couple of days, I would put it out to dry and then make sure it was totally dry before I packed it away, because any moisture seems to grow mold, especially my area in particular. I come from subtropics, so any moisture is like totally sends all my fibers off, so it's really important to dry things out, collecting it. Okay, two different styles like I showed you before, where you've got this bit's being cut off, whereas that bit, the stem, is still attached. This is my perfect example for one of the rules on the bungalow palm. Can you see how all the ribs are going in this direction? Okay, you never stitch or try to get your wood in by putting it through one and then trying along the same line, putting it in there. It'll just rip the whole material. If you, with the sticks that you're doing, it's really good if they're like there's some kind of crossover. So if this was folded like that, you've got material, it's kind of like laminating, you've got material going that way and you've got the under material going that way. So it's not, but you get what I mean. It's more like that. Okay, see how that material's going that way and that material's going that way. So if you to stick a stick in there, it's pretty strong. It's going like it's pushing the fibres against each other. Whereas if it's just like that, it's got a much better chance of it splitting up. Okay.
Let's make a basket.
Is we work every second one together. So can you see that last knot and that last knot, you take one from there, that one's already gone, and then you take one from there, and then this knot, this string, sorry, will join one from that knot.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and literally it is just, if you want to have a go at this too, and you can actually start at a different end. Literally you use your fingers. For me, when I was doing it, when you can see that it was quite consistent at the top, it was because I had my fingers as the measure, and that's as far as I went, and that was the distance of my knot. Okay.
Okay.
So have a go doing a whole length across. If you want to work on one side, then you go halfway and you meet, and then you go back out again. Okay.
All right.
Go for it. Nice and simple.
You can be on Tube of Eunice, mate.
Yeah. Here it's native, it's indigenous to Sydney.
Okay. Yeah. Oh wow.
There's plenty of room over there.
There
if
you go.
want
I'll just
to
start here. Let's just take those ones out of the equation. I just undid one. Basket, spoon, and net. Now we just need a forging lesson.
Knife.
Make a knife.